Good morning everyone. Today we're going to be talking about where to farm for Deafness 3 because that is an augment that a lot of people want because they want their Deaf Might, which is like the free-to-play option of the Addy Capsules, which give 2% melee potency as well as 2% floor potency. And don't worry, there is the variant for the range one and the technique one, but all of these recipes require Deafness 3, so where exactly do we farm for it? But before I tell you, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. Alright, the very first thing I want to show you over here is I have 13 Deafness 3s over here, 73 Deafness 2s, and 350 Deafness 1s. So where exactly do these drop? They do not drop in combat zones. So farming at Mount Magnus, regardless of how much rare drop rate you have, will not get you any of these Deafness capsules, because the only place these capsules drop are actually in exploration zones, but not any exploration zone. They drop specifically in Central Alio as well as West Alio. If you want Guard 1, 2, and 3, then you can farm at North Alio. So each specific zone has its own specific drop rate or drop pool, so you will need to spend a little bit of time finding out where to farm your specific capsule or whatever capsule that you specifically want. But if you're looking for the Deafness capsule like me, well then West Alio is your best bet. Central Alio, obviously the mobs are a lot lower level, it's a lot easier. Now do keep in mind the monsters level does not affect the drop rate for these specific capsules, so even though Central Alio has level 1 mobs while West Alio has level 7 mobs, this does not mean that the level 7 mobs are going to net you more Deafness 3 capsules versus the level 1 mobs in Central Alio. It is just pure RNG. So the first thing I want you to do is to teleport over here to Lacau Coast, and once you're at Lacau Coast, I highly recommend going to room matchmaking settings and actually putting a keyword so random people can't join your room. The main reason for this is because all of the mobs are going to be level 7 and you're level 40 or whatever level you are. Either way, you will not have any difficulty handling any of these mobs, so you don't want anyone else in your room interrupting your specific farm path, because farming in exploration zones is very different than farming in combat zones. There is no PSE burst, there is no E symbols in exploration zones. You simply have a farm route. It's just like when you're collecting minerals. So over here is a route that thrift shopping gave me, and it is super effective. All you're simply going to do is follow that route and kill all the mobs as well as the wildlife, and you're just going to get a ton of Deafness capsules simply because of the quantity of mobs you're killing. Now don't forget, rare drop rate will affect your drops simply because rare drop rate increases the amount of items that a mob can drop. So the more items the mob drops, the higher the chance you get the Deafness 3 capsule that you actually want. Now on top of that, you could also take advantage of the concert buff as well as the party buff. So remember when I said put a password on your room so nobody can join and ruin your farming session or your farming route? Well, what you can actually do is you can have people in your party. So if you're in a full party of 4 players, even if they're farming in Retem and you're farming in Alio and you're just doing your own thing, you still benefit from the 10% try boost, which is very, very nice. However, of course, if you are doing some group content and you simply just want to do the route together with your friends, you can do so as well, since once the mobs die, they give loot for everyone and everyone gets their own specific loot. So there's no downside in farming this path together with friends or doing it solo. It's really up to you. There's also another reason why I really enjoy farming exploration zones, and that is actually because you get a lot of Stamina 3, Spirit 3, Might 3, Precision techniques, all of the level 3 type of capsules, like especially the main stats, so Might, Precision, and Technique. You cannot craft these. You never could craft level 3 capsules, so it's really nice to be able to just farm them casually as you're farming for the Deafness 3. You're just accumulating a bunch of extra Might 3s, Precisions, and Techniques, which you can also use later down the line, so it's really, really nice. Now if you're the type of person that just farms these capsules for money, well, Deafness 3 is a really, really good cash cow, simply because look at it right now, it is worth 80,000 Meseta a pop. So that is really, really good money considering that all of these mobs are level 7. You're going to be blasting through this really, really quickly. It takes like 5 to 10 minutes per run, and you can just loop this indefinitely. So what you would do would be teleport to Lacau Coast, go north, follow that route that I showed you on the map all the way until you're at the very end over here at the border to South Alio. You're going to teleport all the way back up to Lacau Coast, walk up and do the same loop over and over and over again, just killing all of the mobs. Remember, only the aggressive mobs, or the ones that look like the little triangle on the minimap, will drop capsules. If you're just killing the tames, they just drop meat. However, this is a very good source of crisp aleo meat, which actually gives you extra weak point damage. It's really good, so you might as well stock up on that. And on top of that, all of the mobs over here also drop the Ale Note B, which is used to make Ale Domina, and it just so happens that Ale Note B is considered one of the more expensive capsules at 4,000 to 5,000 right now, so that is another really good source of income if you have access to the market. But at the end of the day, the choice is yours. If you don't like this type of content where you're just looping and you're just running the same route over and over again, then by all means you can go to the combat zone, make a bunch of Meseta, and just use that Meseta to buy the deafness capsules. 80,000 per capsule is a little bit steep. However, when this video goes live, I'm sure a lot more people are going to be farming this over and over, and the price will gradually go down. And once you can afford it, or if you think it's a reasonable price for you, then you can snag a couple of the player shops. But personally, I really like this route simply because it's a breath of fresh air from the regular PSE grinding. Sometimes I get really burnt out from PSE grinding. I'm just like, yo, I just don't want a PSE grind anymore. I want something different. And this is really nice where I'm just running around. And the best thing is I can do this anytime during the day, whether if it's 3 a.m. in the morning where none of my friends are online, or in the middle of the day where I got a bunch of guildies online. It doesn't matter. I can run this either way, which is very nice. Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again. But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!
Can I say except you're welcome?